Hello, this week on Blip, we talk to Liz, who's in town from Texas, and we feature a series that remembers bad shows and movies so you don't have to.
Woo!
Hey guys, I'm Annie, and this is Blip on Blip. Kelly and I created this show to give you a look at the inner workings of blip.tv. The days are getting shorter and the nights are getting colder, but that's not slowing us down at Blip at all. First up, I sat down to chat with Liz Griffin, who's visiting us right here in our New York office. Liz is one of the many sales reps we have spread throughout the world.
I'm sitting here with Liz Griffin, our Senior Account Director here at Blip. She's actually from Texas, and she's in our office for today. Why don't you start by telling us what you do for blip.tv?
Sure. So I do the advertising sales in the Southwest and Southeast territories, which basically means I call on all clients and agencies who are represented in the Southwest and Southeast, and I try to sell as much money as I can for the company.
Do you mind walking us through the process of pitching a company?
Sure. So basically when you go into a meeting with an agency or a client, usually we have a great sales deck that Evan, who everybody met yesterday I assume, put together, and it really just depends on the client and how the meeting goes. If they're familiar with online video, the conversation is going to take a different turn. So a lot of times you kind of just introduce them to Blip TV, who we are, where we've been, where we're going, and just, you know, kind of talk them through their objectives, their strategies, and see what they're doing, and you just kind of edit your sales pitch as you go just to make sure that it matches what they're looking for. And hopefully at the end of it you have some good follow-up that you can go back with, or an excellent meeting would be an insertion order, but that doesn't happen very often at the end of a meeting. So anyway, that's kind of the basis of how it goes.
So I imagine ad sales is pretty stressful.
It is, yes.
Okay. How do you cope with that?
Well, before I was pregnant, I would drink a lot of wine, but now I just run all the time. Exercise, you just have to,
Yeah, you just have to.
Advertising sales, we're not saving lives. You have to just kind of take it day by day, and it's fine.
Okay, cool.
Part of the process.
So to close it all out, why don't you tell us what your favorite campaign has been that you've closed for blip.tv?
Okay. My favorite campaign so far has definitely been 7-Eleven. We did the road trip rally with them. It was a 3-week-long road trip, literally, where we had two teams on the East Coast and West Coast who were racing to get to the Indy 500. They could only stop and fuel and get food at 7-Elevens, and they had to do different challenges. But the great thing about the whole program was that we were the only partner that 7-Eleven utilized. We produced the entire campaign, from actually going on the road and filming the series to producing the microsite and creating all of their ad units for the campaign. It was hugely successful. The client was happy, the agency was happy. Awesome. It was awesome, and we've received a lot of great press from it. So, it was the most involved to be within a campaign that a rep could be with, so that was pretty interesting and fun.
Thanks. I think it's been one of the most exciting campaigns that we've had. Yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks so much for your time.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, you're great. Thank you so much.
All right, Liz, thanks for taking the time out of your time in New York to chat with us. If you'd like to work with Liz or any of our awesome team, we are hiring sales assistants. Check out the blog.blip.tv for more info.
And how could we forget? This is Kelly Sutton here. Blip is having our holiday party this Friday. So if you're in the New York City area, come on by to our office. The address is 407 Broome Street, 5th floor in New York City. If you're going to stop by, please send an RSVP to rsvp@blip.tv. The party is from 7 to 10. We'll see you there.
We've got a bunch of great shows here at blip.tv, and each week we like to feature one that the whole office can't stop watching. This week we want to talk about Nostalgia Critic. Each episode, the Nostalgia Critic, also known as Douglas Walker, remembers things so you don't have to. Whether it's Care Bears the movie or Jaws 3D, nothing is off limits. It's amazing how bad these movies actually are if you take the time to remember every painful scene. Luckily, we have Nostalgia Critic to do it for us. For a no-holds-barred review of your favorite shows from childhood, head on over to nostalgiacritic.com. New episodes are released every Tuesday. That's it for this week on Blip. Stay tuned for next week when we talk to Tom from Support. We'll be releasing new episodes every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Eastern and 10 a.m. Pacific, so check out the blog.blip.tv for more. We'll see you next week.